Hello, everyone, and welcome to Harv's World, where we are back in the Yukon one more time. Well, probably several more times. I'm sure several more times, but at least for today, it's one more time. Bringing back some new equipment. Technical difficulties have prevented Sharko from joining us today. He's here in spirit. He might actually even be here in voice occasionally, but he's having some internet problems, so he won't be able to connect. Although he's going to keep trying, so we could have a slight delay when he joins the game if he's able. And of course, we've always got Caveman with us. Well, we try. You never know when these technical problems are going to pop up. At this point, we have got, I see Bullet Billings, Juicy J, Lifehawk, and the Plubsy. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully, we have some good things lined up for you. First thing is, we are bringing in some new equipment. Look at this beauty of a John Deere we picked up used from the John Deere dealership this morning. And Sharko in spirit is driving in behind us. He was literally supposed to be driving in behind us, and he's going to jump right up onto the trailer. Anyway, we had to set up some follow me action to make that work for us. But how's everybody doing, man? How you guys doing? Everybody having a good week so far? I hope so. Now, I have to tell you, we have had some action here on our farm. Quite a bit of action in the mines also. You can see we've got this beauty of a John Deere 4840. Listen to that thing purr. We picked up a new type of sensor. This is dramatically going to help us scan our fields and make sure we're getting the right amount of fertilizer, lime, and all of that good stuff. So that will help dramatically because, frankly, taking little itty-bitty soil samples was a little bit tedious. And I'm actually going to show you exactly what we've done here. Oh yeah, if we go here and look at our fields right down here, I hope you can see this, but we have gone around our entire property line just to see what kind of soil we have all over. And we got lucky, actually. We've got loam in a very, very large portion of it. So that is going to help us out. If we need to create more fields, which we probably will, let's face it, we know this is the area where we want to put them. And then we'll keep scanning the fields to make sure that they're doing what we need them to do, or that we're doing for them what we need to do. Yep, it's just a 10. It's not a 1050. One of these days we might get a 1050. And then, of course, we have been spreading an awful lot of fertilizer and an awful lot of lime, and the John dealership was kind enough to sell us this very expensive fertilizer spreader. Look at the tires on that thing. They're outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. I wish it was a gold detector. That would be pretty darn sweet, actually. Gold detector. So where do we stand at this point? Well, the first thing that we need to do is head up to the mine, actually. Because we've got quite a bit of concentrate that needs to get moved over. You coming with, Caveman?
Come on.
There you go. We've got quite a bit of concentrate that I want to get moved over so it's processing while we harvest our fields. We have got 26,000 liters of gold built up. 26,000 liters ready for sale. We don't quite have the price that we've had in the past. Why do I always miss that bloody road? I go the wrong direction every single time.
Maybe we need to finish putting that road into the campsite so you don't miss it.
Maybe you're
still
right.
Miss it.
And everybody, welcome Caveman. Caveman, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
You can see these little patches where we've done our soil sampling.
I'm here.
And Sharko's here too, at least in spirit and voice.
I can't watch the stream or join.
Sorry about that, man. We wish you could be with us. We really do.
Yeah, we could really use you. Because neither one of us really know how to run that excavator.
Yeah, we might be depending on conveyor belts today. Back this right. I don't want to back that into the The gold room. Hey, Gary Robertson, how you doing, man? You want to pop that concentrate out for me, caveman? I'll see if this is going to work any. This is not working any better. It was not that mod that we thought it was. So you might end up having to do this. Hey, Galaxy 1000. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing absolutely great. I love stream days. One of my favorite times of the week. How are you doing? I want to hear from you guys. How's everybody doing? You guys, you know, ducking and dodging this COVID crap we're all so bloody sick of? Please, by all means, don't let the vid get you. Now you can also see we moved quite a bit of these pilings out of the way. They were really starting to, or I always call them pilings. They're tailings, but yeah, we've managed to get rid of some of them at least, because they were really starting to get in the way. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing, man? That was quite the comment you left on our last stream. A little bit of something for everybody in that one. I appreciate it. We do have a nice little bit amount of gold piled up at the moment. We're going to keep piling it up.
Probably should have brought Sharko's truck with us up here.
Good to hear it, Jonathan. Good to hear it, man. Muhammad DF. How's it going, bud? I'm doing great. Doing great. You know, I struggle with the streams. It's not my forte. I have to tell you, I don't think I'm that great of a streamer. I do try to get better all the time, and I'm always, I mean, these guys will tell you I'm a little bit neurotic about it. I'm always trying to find new, better ways to do things. But I've gone from kind of wondering whether I should stream to feeling better about the whole situation. I think things are getting better over time. It ain't for lack of trying, let me tell you. So, you're all hermitized today? Hey, thanks, Juicy. I felt like the last stream really went well. Especially with Sharko and his beavers. That was a fun conversation.
Sharko with his beavers.
Sharko's beavers. Hey, this is family friendly. Family friendly. For the most part. A little innuendo never hurt anybody. Thanks, Jonathan. I very, very much appreciate that. Innuendo. Little innuendo. You know, you remember Jeff Foxworthy? Anybody remember Jeff Foxworthy?
Yes.
And you might be a redneck. He used to do another thing called redneck words. And he said, if you're a redneck, innuendo, if you use the word innuendo, it goes something like, hey man, a bird just flew innuendo.
Innuendo, in your window.
Yep. Sharko's always got interesting things that he comes up with. Alright. Now I am going to move this in. Ooh, and the gator sounds a little rough there starting up. Outstanding, Galaxy. Yeah, I do that too. When I'm watching somebody I'm usually playing. I don't get to watch as much as I used to. And anybody who didn't see our last gold sell-off, this is our gold hauling container. We're going to set that right there in anticipation. Oh, that's awesome, Jonathan. You know, you asked for V-neck t-shirts, man, And I tried to send out a message to everybody to let you know that I did add V-neck t-shirts to Teespring. So just so you know. And I hope that shirt came out well for you, man. I got a couple myself, and I love them. I think the quality was much higher than I expected it would be. So far, so good. I'm going to head back over Caveman and start harvesting those fields, or finish harvesting those fields.
Okay. You need somebody to run chaser bin for you, or?
At some point I will. If you want to, I mean, if you want to do a couple more loads of tailings.
Yeah, I think it might be a good idea to just clean up right here near the plant some.
Oh, and I need to show you guys this. So we contracted some guys, and had them come in and do a major installation for us, which I'm sure you can see right here. This was big time. Showing we're growing up a little bit in the world, but we did get ourselves a silo complex. Oh, good, good. I'm glad you noticed that, Jonathan. God knows Teespring has every bloody type of shirt you could possibly want. But this is our new silo complex. Look at that beast. I didn't think they were ever going to get done. And then, of course, our beloved Sharko, being our electrician, had to put in solar panels to power it, so he got those taken care of. But look at this massive thing. So we should have no problem storing just about anything. This will hold anything you can think of. In fact, they even threw in a few liquid storages for us. So we have no shortage of storage. And Andrew, good to have you, man. Good to have you. Glad you were able to stop in. Better late than never. Yeah, that silo is going to serve us pretty darn well.
Oh yeah, it should serve us pretty well.
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Caveman, when you come back over, bring the fuel thing with you.
Okay.
Because I'm almost out of fuel in the harvester.
Alright, I'll bring the fuel trailer.
Now, some of you guys had a chance to watch the last stream after the fact. Some of you maybe not. But this is our new harvester. Our fields got out of control. They are much bigger than we originally anticipated, and that little harvester bit the dust pretty quickly. We very quickly realized that, you know, a 5-meter header against these fields was going nowhere fast. So this is the lovely new big gleaner. Looks good. I like it. It's even got a jump seat. And I'm paying attention to the inside of the harvester and not paying attention to where I'm going. So I hope somebody came bearing trivia today, you know, because we don't have Sharko to share his beaver butts. So, you know, throwing anything interesting out there, please feel free. Now, I've got a question for you guys. This is something that somebody asked me recently, and you guys might have some insight into. It's not even farming related, it's business related. Yeah, right, Juicy? That's typical Harv driving, that's right. In fact, I've got a tutorial coming out within the next couple days on how to back a trailer. Yes, I do. By request from one of you guys, one of my subscribers asked me to do a tutorial on backing trailers and implements, and I recorded that. You're going to get it from me. And any of you like Juicy who regularly watch my videos know how much I can screw that up in a heartbeat. Although to be fair, it's usually because either A, I'm distracted, or B, I get in a big hurry. I don't think I want to know about duck butter, Jonathan. horrible images are cropping into my head.
Hello.
Oh, come on in, Sharko, if you can.
Hey, Sharko.
I got the string pulled up.
Oh, at least you can watch.
Yes.
Can you join?
I don't know. I had to relaunch the game.
Okay. Where you at, Harp? I got the little fuel cell in the back of the truck.
On the north end of the sunflower field, or the south end of the sunflower field.
Well, it's doing something this time.
Honestly, guys, those of you who... Oh, Sharko's coming in. Outstanding.
Standing.
Only 20 minutes late.
I can fill... Looks like I can fill... There. I'm fueling. Ooh, just in time. Honestly, guys, backing up is all about practice. There's a couple simple rules. I'm good.
You're full? That
Yep.
quick?
Yeah, filled right up. It's a small tank, though, only 460 liters. Backing up is all about a couple simple rules. If there's a couple simple things you know, the truth of it is practice, 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 and more practice.
And when you think you're done practicing, you're not.
You'll
That's
just
right.
keep getting better and better. Also, longer trailers are better for that too.
And I cover all that in my tutorial tomorrow, or it'll probably come out tomorrow afternoon. Yeah.
This is taking longer to sync than normal.
Well, everyone's getting a good view of you coming in.
A very good view.
Well, I do not rush. In fact, I tell everybody that that's exactly the reason I get into trouble. And during the tutorial, I specifically say go slow. Because in the real world, actually, if you're backing up a tractor-trailer combination, you would never hit your gas pedal.
Unless you're trying to go uphill. And a steep one.
Yeah. You never back faster than an idle.
Hello.
There he is. The Sharko made it. Sharko, you want to grab your truck and head to John Deere?
Sure. Where's my truck?
Because we've got another piece of equipment down there that needs to be picked up. I was going to skip it because we didn't have the third person, but now we could go get it. And did we ever decide what we were going to fill that with? So when you bring it back?
No, we didn't. What do we need the most of?
Well, we've got 15,000 liters of lime, 16,000 liters of fertilizer, and about 8,000 liters of seed.
So Andrew. Sorry.
I'd probably bring back some fertilizer. Because seed's not... We don't use that much seed.
All right.
Bring fertilizer back.
Yeah, it's going to be expensive, but I don't think I'd fill the whole thing. Maybe between 10 and 15,000 liters.
Yep.
We're getting pretty short on cash.
Yeah, that we are.
My rule of thumb, if you're trying to add dollies or swivel axle trailers, Andrew, is don't. Don't even bother. Find a pull-through shelter if you have to. Anything you can do to pull them through. You have to be a very well-practiced and experienced backer of regular trailers before you can even sort out a swivel axle or a dolly. And frankly, I just avoid it. It's more trouble than it's worth.
I've actually done it in real life, and it is extremely hard in real life.
And it's no easier in the game. Not at all.
The semi, but it was an actual farm trailer once.
Juicy, as far as FS19 the online game, it really depends on how the server is set up. you can set up a server so that, or a game so that everyone has their own farm and works independently, or you can set up so that everyone's working on the same farm, or you also have, here, let me show you real quick. I'll just show you a couple of the settings we have access to. But, like, for example, you know, we've got a couple of farms set up. I shouldn't be showing you this. This is insider information. We've got a couple things set up to help us with our little storyline. But if Caveman was, say, a part of this John Deere farm, John Deere dealership, I could grant him contractor access, and that would give him absolute access to everything available on my farm. This corn header is not working and playing well. Yeah, well, that's our tip, Andrew. That's our tip. Don't do it. Just don't.
Looks like this. A lot of people think small trailers are the easier trailers to back up when they're really not. And swivel is basically a small trailer, or it acts like a small trailer.
Well, you add a swivel to a trailer and it becomes a set of double trailers.
Mm-hmm.
It's backing up two vehicles in line instead of one because the dolly or swivel is its own trailer.
Yeah.
In
They're rare for
fact,
sharp turns, but
in fact, I would argue that there are enough trailers that have solid connectors and aren't swivel out there that you can avoid using swivel axle trailers altogether.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Juicy. You know, if you're hosting the game yourself, if you start up a multiplayer game, you'll be considered the admin, and then people can join you. There are dedicated servers that will run persistent FS19 games, so they're up all the time. You know, if you start it yourself, your friends can only play with you as long as you're playing the game. Dedicated servers keep it up 24/7. Anybody can join at any time.
They
But
cost money.
yeah, they cost money. But you will be an admin, and you can set up that server however you like, grant accesses to people however you like, that kind of thing. It's pretty flexible, actually. There's quite a bit of flexibility in it.
Yeah, there actually is quite a bit. We used to have a dedicated server, well, like that we ran.
I can tell you right now, dedicated servers probably, based on my experience and what I have seen, probably aren't worth the money. Everybody loves the concept, they love the idea, they want to jump in and play with other people for about a week or two. And then they go off and do their thing, and eventually dedicated servers dry up. I've seen more posts. I follow the Steam community for FS19 quite a bit, like on a daily basis, and I have seen more posts on there asking for people to come and join a dedicated server because it's hard to get people and keep them, and those posts always say you must be willing to play X hours a week, and you know, because they're tired of people joining for 4 or 5 days or a week or two and then just disappearing, so they're trying to get people who are going to play persistently.
So what do we need? We need fertilizer. Is that what we're picking up?
Yeah, I think we decided fertilizer. Right, Caveman? We said fertilizer.
You got the trailer, right, Sharko?
Yep.
Okay, you know where the bulk cell is for fertilizer?
Yep, I'm there right now. That's wondering what you guys want.
I guess fertilizer would be, I mean, we're going to use that.
Do we need lime or anything, or?
You can only get one at a time.
No, I know. I'm saying, do we need lime?
We shouldn't have to lime for a few more harvests, I don't think. I don't know what we're going to need more of, to be honest.
We can
just
always run back down
guessing.
here.
Yeah. I'm just guessing, but we also don't want to burn all our money on it.
Well, what we have the least of is seed. We've got 8,000 liters.
I still think it's plenty.
Yeah,
So-
that's probably good right there on the perk.
Whoa, $18,000 for fertilizer. Wow. How much was that? About 12,000 liters?
10,000.
Spendy on the fertilizer.
I don't know how lime works with precision farming. I don't know if you have to actually lime every 3, or if just liming after every single harvest is better.
I think it said every third. And yeah, I understand, Andrew. Yeah, don't even think about it. Make sure you have plenty of room to turn that rig around. I know you're using Bex mods, and I know what Bex likes to do with her mods. Those big combinations for doing grass work and stuff.
Hey, they were actually really cool though.
They are very no. I'm not dissing Bex mods. That's not my point. The point is they're not meant to be backed up.
Oh yeah, no, they're not. Usually, I think at least what I've seen in real life, at least what I've seen, is even transports that have 2 trailers, they'll attach the second trailer, connect to that, and back up them one individually.
Yep.
Because it's faster to do that than it is to try and back them all up, and easier.
Ooh, Jonathan just made a good point, guys. He asked if we were going to try to make our own fertilizer. And
I mean,
18,000.
I mean, we could. I mean, what would we need to do it though?
Well, we'll have to do some research on it.
This trailer is heavy.
I wasn't expecting it to be light.
What, did you think it was made out of balsa wood or something?
No, I just mean like tail heavy, like my front wheels do not have much grip.
It's about time we found something that would challenge your truck and trailer.
Is that right?
That thing hauls like the wind, man.
Well, it has 500 horsepower in it. I think it's 550, I think.
It only has 550.
Well, it's a V8 tuned. So,
Super tuned.
yes, it is. And it has dualies.
Big shout out to Sharko's internet provider for making sure he had internet in time for the stream today. And that was pure sarcasm.
At least I got it back up.
No, you actually, that's an absolute truth. Just
Yeah, at least it did come back up.
What I was saying earlier is, why don't they do that type of maintenance at night when nobody's using it? Probably because they're all home watching porn.
They're using it.
They're the ones using it.
That's right.
Oh, that's why it wasn't working. They were using it all.
Let's see. We did have a third field put in just up there. We harvested that. Corn. We pulled corn off of that field. How many liters of corn did we end up with? It was over 50, right?
We ended up with 51,620 liters of corn.
Holy crap. Not bad for a smallish field. Well, smallish. I mean, that's the field. We've gotten a little carried away with our field creation, but to be fair, we've needed these big fields to keep us in diesel.
Oh yeah, we've gone through so much diesel. Ridiculous.
Hey, that's what's making our money.
True. And we're saving a lot of money too, I think. I'd actually love to know how much we saved.
Jonathan says compost $500, grass and quick compost, or straw. We haven't done anything that produces straw yet, and we certainly don't have anything to pick up straw.
Yeah.
Or anything to mow grass or pick up grass.
That's
No,
true.
we don't.
It's going to be a big investment to
It
get
w-
composting up and running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it save us money in the long run on fertilizer?
Don't know. Maybe. But
I mean,
maybe not.
We just spent $18,000 on fertilizer.
We did.
One thing we really need to start thinking about is, well, that's it's a ways off, but as much lime as we go through now, if we can start producing our own lime at some point, because I know there's a lime mine around here somewhere.
I have heard of it, yeah, there is a lime mine. Limestone.
Yeah, we go from using lime to limestone. That might be an investment that's worthwhile. But how expensive is it going to be to get into?
Well, at the rate we're producing gold and everything, hopefully it shouldn't take too long.
What's our gold price running right now?
It is at... highest is 18,736.
Last time we sold it, it was at 25,000. What are the odds it'll get back there?
Well, right now, it is going up at a place that's 15,000 and it's going up there. But the 18,000 is steady.
Where did we sell it at the last time for that 25,000?
Royal sales,
Yeah, Port Royal sales, Royal Port sales, or
which is actually the highest right now.
And Royal Port's capped at 18.
yep.
Doesn't sound like it's going to get back to 25 anytime soon. That one that's rising, I guess we'd probably watch that, and we'd have to pretty much just watch it at this point. If Royal Port starts dropping, then we might have missed our opportunity to make some good money on it. Might have to
Yeah.
hold it a little bit longer.
Well, I'm almost back.
Okay. Yeah, you still got that tank in in the bed of your truck, right?
Yes.
Can you run up there to the diesel plant and top that tank off and bring it back down here to the farm?
Sure, it only has 70, 80 liters in it, so...
Let's look at our gold processor.
accidentally filled my pickup truck with gas from it instead of fertilizer.
Oh, that's fine. That's
We've-
fine.
We've got over 30,000 liters of gold now, and we still have 23,000 liters of concentrate to process.
Nice.
So we definitely have 3 pans that we can get sold off, but although, you know what? I'm kind of tempted to say 2. Because, you know, we've got 3 pans of gold that are going to make us good money. I'm just going to circle around and nail these, so don't try to keep up with me. I'm just being silly about it here. What I'm thinking is we
Go
could pay
ahead.
off our investor. We owe them one more pan of gold.
I mean, we have, 3 pallets of gold. Getting 2 would still make us plenty of money.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think we got this field cleaned up, don't we?
Yeah, there's just one little spot
Oh.
over here on the edge that I missed.
Okay.
I was too busy ogling the inside of the harvester. There we go.
Ah,
Sunflower complete. Canola time.
you empty?
I am empty.
Okay.
That's
I am
exactly right,
back.
Jonathan. Oh, perfect timing. I'm not sure you'll be able to dump that fertilizer into the silo with that particular trailer.
I don't think so either.
I'm in your head, Jonathan. I'm not. I'm going to leave that one alone. You can tell me why, but I'm not touching that with the 10-foot pole. And you know, I can't miss an opportunity to be a smart aleck. How am I in your head, Jonathan? What have I done?
I was gonna say, Sharka, if you just want to wait, I'll empty this trailer and you can dump in here, and then I can dump it.
Yeah, that might make sense actually. The
'Cause
pipe
it's
on
gonna
this
be
is very
a
big.
little tight.
So yeah, the pipe on this isn't the best.
Man, this thing has awful traction. It just sits
The
here and
cleaner?
spins its wheels. Yeah. The traction doesn't match up to its horsepower, I think.
It's all the way down now.
Oh, I see. Good question, Lifehawk. An experienced beginner wanted to tackle this map. What kind of money would you recommend that they come with? Well, it does have a pretty respectable starting farm, although I don't remember exactly what new farmer starts with.
I think the newer one is different.
Yes,
new
the
maps.
newest update is different.
And yeah, I forgot about that. There's a new version 2.4 is out now.
A good amount. Depends what you want to do, and depends the equipment costs. Because there's some equipment out there that's dirt cheap. There's other equipment out there that costs 2 million each. So
Yeah.
we're trying to use realistic pricing on this playthrough.
Yes, we are. What are you thinking about doing on this map? Are you thinking about just farming? Are you thinking about mining? What are you thinking about starting with?
I'm thinking about the fact that we've got too big a header, guys. This is not good.
It's not moving it.
No, I'd swear we tested this, didn't we? I know we
We
tested
did, and it
this.
worked just fine.
Well, it's
I
not.
told you I didn't think it was going to work as well as y'all was hoping.
That's weird.
It powers it, it just won't drive it forward.
It won't. I can go in reverse.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
going
okay.
forward. Just going forward.
We're gonna try this.
Oh, hang on. All right, I'm rolling.
It looks like it's getting stuck.
I can't turn with you pushing me like that, though. Nah, this isn't gonna work.
Interesting.
Head
wonder
fail.
Okay.
I wonder if it's the dynamic mud on this map.
No.
What it is
Uh,
is the harvester is pushing the head down too far.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
It's shoving the head into the ground. You see how it's
Oh,
tipping the whole
yeah.
harvester back?
Yeah, I know how to fix that. It's just not something that can be done relatively easily.
With a hammer and some duct tape?
Uh, Basically, what I'm gonna have to do is make it so that this thing right here doesn't just have up and down, but you can actually adjust the height of the header.
That would be handy. I was kind of hoping
Uh,
that we would have something like that, but
It's not gonna happen right this minute.
I can adjust the
Thresher.
thresher,
But
but
you
not
can't adjust the
anything
height of the
else.
whole header.
Nope.
Yeah, that's gonna have to. That's gonna be something I'm gonna have to work on.
All right,
That
let's
ain't gonna
leave
happen
it.
right this minute.
All right, well the harvesting's done, at least for now. Did the sunflower seeds make it over to the mine?
No, they did not. They went directly into the silo here for now.
Just
Do
as
we
well.
want them at the mine?
Nah, it's just as well. If we can't get the canola there, there's no point in having the sunflowers there. So we can move
True.
those later. Well, I guess we're going back to the mine.
Want to ride?
I'd love a ride. Away we go.
Did you leave the thing for the gator over there at the mine?
The what thing?
The the crate,
Yes.
but you
It's-
brought the gator back.
Yeah, I had to drive back somehow.
Okay, so I'll bring the gator over then, I guess.
Okay. I don't think so, Gary. I think it's pushing the head just too far down into the ground, and it's bunging up a little bit. I was kind of having that trouble with the corn header too, but it wasn't that bad.
Well, I guess you should have bought the proper header for that thing.
Well, Harv wanted a bigger header than that.
Where's
It
the
had
truck?
it has the horsepower to push a bigger header, and I don't think it's an issue of which header
Truck's down
we
here.
bought. I kind of get this sneaking suspicion that it would do that no matter what header we were running.
Where's my truck trailer?
Should
Oh,
be
up
under the tailings conveyor.
Oh, it's under the tailings. Okay.
Got to
It
start.
should be
these
under the
things up.
tailings conveyor.
I'm gonna drop off the fuel tank off at the diesel plant.
There's one problem with having these so close together, and that's making sure you're in the right one so you can start them back up again. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
At least we have our crane operator.
Or you can just drop that anywhere, Sharko. Probably need to leave it down at the farm anyway.
We need to fill it up. It's basically empty.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's a long way down to the thing. I just filled my truck up with gas.
Oh, and let's see. Because Gary asked if a weight on the back of the harvester would help. There's nowhere to attach a weight to the back of a harvester.
No, there isn't.
I've never seen a weighted harvester. You would think that, once you get some crop in there, that would be weight enough.
It'd be pretty bad if you had to add a weight to a harvester after just buying it.
How much diesel do we have? We could probably, we've only got 4,500 liters produced, but we could probably stand to put that into the gold processor. Because it's under 5,000 liters over there now.
Okay, so the gold room.
Yeah, the gold room. The gold room.
Ooh, ooh, weird lag. Really weird lag.
I did not experience that.
Okay, there goes the connectivity thing. Okay.
Oh, can you not connect now?
Oh no, my latency just went up to like 600.
Oh wow.
Hey Henrik, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream, bud. What's the good word in your part of the world? Well, to be fair, we do have 2 fields that we can prep and plant too, so yeah, we'll run some gold for a while, go back and work on the fields again, and think more about how we're going to exploit the Yukon and strip Canada of its amazing resources.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it's all said and done, we do blame Canada.
For everything.
I'm doing good, man. Doing really good. We've got 30,000 liters, well, 20,000 liters of gold because we are paying off our investor once and for all today. Oh, don't forget, guys, we need to talk to Volvo about buying this loader here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And that's $250,000.
Didn't they also
Yeah.
offer or something around the line of also being able to don't or let us borrow a dump truck or
Nope.
at least letting us see the dump truck or something like
No,
that?
they haven't said anything about that.
I was gonna talk to them about it.
Oh, that's what it was. You were going to talk to
I
them.
haven't gotten word back yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I would imagine if we dump $250,000 on them, they might be a little more inclined to. Right, Gary? Yeah, yeah. Everybody has a bone to pick with the U.S. Probably Canada more than anybody else.
Wonder if it makes sense to get another dump truck instead. So you have two vehicles
Maybe.
instead of the bigger one.
I mean, if we're talking about a big rock truck, I don't know if we're geared up for that yet, are we?
That's true.
I mean, it just means Sharko would have to be the one loading it.
Be loading it for quite some time too.
We could be running 2 trucks to the conveyors, and while Sharko loads up the big truck, if we had one that
Yep.
big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be about the size of it.
And then we can retire. Justin Bieber. Henrik, I'm excited about FS22. I know a lot of people kind of want to be naysayers, and to be fair, they have good reason to have their doubts. But I'm going to remain optimistic. I'm hoping it all comes out exceptionally well, that Giants has really listened to its players and is going to Giants is going to do and add what the players have said need to be taken care of and corrected.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
God.
they don't. This is somebody on another stream I was watching. I made the comment about old school machinery would be a really cool thing to have. And they made the comment, well, Giants has to present the newest and best equipment from the people it has contracts with, blah, blah, blah. And my comment to that was, are they making the game for the players, or is this game just a big advertisement for them?
That is absolutely true.
That's
You can also
my
do both.
question. You can balance both, but, I mean, there's some good ideas floating around out there, and if the reason Giants isn't implementing them is simply because they have some dedication to John Deere or whatever, that doesn't really seem very fair to the player base now, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't.
Not at all.
Of course, this is the same streamer who got upset because one of the maps Giants released, I think it was the new one, the Alpine map, had genuine product placement billboards in it. And he was all bent out of shape because, they shouldn't be advertising in the game, and real advertisements in the game take away, and this, that. And I said, if placing a couple billboards on a map means that they're not going to introduce microtransactions and pay to win type stuff, then they can put as many bloody billboards, which, billboards are a fact of life.
Yeah, I don't mind if it's like a
Yeah.
billboard in the game. If it's not like that's all you see is billboards, like nothing else, then yeah, it's a little much. But yeah,
If-
if it helps make the game, make me get better stuff in the game too.
If it is appropriately placed and done tastefully and not just,
And
oh,
make
hey, look at this giant billboard, it makes it, it makes the map look more alive. I like the idea
I don't mind
of the
real ads.
billboard. Yeah, but, if it's done, distastefully and just to, meet quota, so to speak, and they're overdoing it and all this other stuff, it's annoying.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, you want it to be done in a real world style. You don't want like 75 billboards along a 1 mile stretch of road or something.
Right.
But Lifehawk has a good solution. Start hiring some of these top modders who make the old school mods anyway, and let them mod up the old school equipment. Of course, then we have to pay for DLCs, so why not let the top modders keep modding on their own and we'll just take that stuff for free?
I like that idea.
No, I've actually seen quite a few games that will advertise billboards and have actual real life ads, but they're proper. Like they would have normally been ads there that were not real.
Yeah, and the
So putting
ads
real ads in there makes sense.
the ads that I saw that this person was referring to, and I'm not naming any
Oh
names,
no.
um, they seemed perfectly appropriate for the time and the place. So, can you run over the bill? No, I think billboards are pretty bloody stationary. Henrik, a lot of people have mentioned to me doing No Man's Land, and I have a few reasons that I have avoided it. One, over the past few months, it's very much been overplayed by content creators. And overplayed's probably the wrong word. I just feel like a lot of people have done it. In fact, our very own beloved caveman here has his own series on No Man's Land called Rebuilding Grandpa's Farm, which he's had to take a sabbatical from
Yes.
due to family responsibilities and such. The other reason is my Off the Grid series would be awfully similar to that. And it would almost start to feel a little bit repetitious. That's the only reasons I haven't done it.
This would say it'd be very, very similar to Off the Grid.
It would be, only Off the Grid has more trees.
That's the only difference, yeah.
I actually think No Man's Land would be a lot easier than Wilhelmina Forest has been.
Probably would have been.
Probably. But like you said before, you wanted something that not a lot of people were doing.
And I've always kind of picked my maps that way. There's only one exception to that rule, and that was Chellington.
Well, and this one.
And this one. But this, to be fair, was Caveman's choice.
This is what the yes, it was all yes. We gave Caveman the opportunity, he chose this. Was the next stream all about us? What I can choose?
Well, that seems fair to me, Sharko.
It's gonna be all booms.
It's gonna be all what?
All booms like tractor. I guess though that's what we're doing already, but
Oh, you mean
controls, arm controls.
we need some new activities. What are we gonna do next? We don't want to do mining next. We talked about doing some forestry. And we asked this on Saturday, but we should ask it today too, since this is a different audience than our Saturday audience, at least in some respects. What about Yukon Valley would you guys like to see? We don't want to move on to another mining project. We do want to do something different though, because mining coal is effectively the same as mining pay dirt. But we have
I'd say coal's
many.
probably the one exception, but everything else is very similar. It is still similar though, but I wouldn't say coal is the one.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo, we're doing it underground.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, I mean that's the only difference. We're loading trucks and moving them. Let's see what our options are here.
Potatoes,
There is the potato factory.
whiskey.
Yeah, but we gotta have the money to be able to afford the potato factory.
That's why I was thinking, and the same with the whiskey. We have to be able to afford the whiskey factory. Oil production is the same way. We have to be able to afford that.
Well, oil production, we've got to get everything else up and running before we can start the oil production.
Well, that's true.
Except for the whiskey factory and the potato factory.
Yeah. Hard you're full.
Except Diet Coke is way better than Coke Zero. Way better. But yeah, that's pretty much the nail on the head there, Lifehawk. Honestly, Juicy, at this point, I don't know that there's much that we haven't done. Um, but this map offers a few. I mean, doing forestry might be a good alternative because we can do forestry without having to own quite as much as some of the other stuff, and we could still produce like paper products, cardboards, um, pallets and barrels and such. If we, we would need to have that barrel production up and running before we could do the whiskey, I think.
Yes, we would. Also, too, I think we can get an attachment to cut trees that'll go on that Volvo if we buy that Volvo, and we don't have to buy a tree harvester.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I think we can.
Oh yeah, like a what are those things called? I can't think of it.
We'll have to look into it.
So we would basically use that as a tree harvester.
That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting, very interesting. And yes, Lifehawk is correct. He actually just kind of mirrored. We said the same thing at the same time. We're going to need lumber to do other productions. So I think forestry is probably going to be our next step.
Mm-hmm. Which means we might have to buy a new chunk of land because there's not many trees on our property.
So are you saying that this particular Volvo has a standard tree harvester header, or is it something else?
I think it has a tree harvester header. I think.
Interesting.
Swear to it, but I think it does.
Well, yeah, Rusty, ever since Pineapple Bay, that's all I've had on my mind. Although I was making rum there. We could make rum here. We could build our own factory.
We could.
Yeah, we could.
Well, we could add a lot of productions, but I think playing the map means we should probably try to take advantage of what's built into the map.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a few non-map productions here and there, like the biodiesel.
Yeah.
Well, coal can be dig and sell, but I'm pretty sure
It is more meant for steel.
Isn't coal required for some other productions?
Steel.
Yes. You got to have coal going before you can get to the oil.
Well, I
You
think
need everything going before you can get to the
I
oil.
think the point is that we need to have different things we can be doing and sort of keep them running, but not have to focus on all the time. Because we've got our farm pretty well set up. We can still throw in a few more fields if we decide we need them for more sunflower. We did discover that we can sell off any excess diesel we produce, or other crops to make more diesel. So we could end up selling off some diesel to make extra money.
Right.
If we got into the forestry business now, that could start building up resources for future projects.
Yeah, that's true. I'm almost
That is
thinking
true.
maybe we ought to do forestry and then get into lime.
Yeah, that may make sense.
But somebody dumped pay dirt all over the top of the ramp here.
Caveman.
Caveman.
I know it wasn't me.
Some of it spilled out. Some of it spilled out of the hopper. The hopper wasn't feeding as fast as I could dump it.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, you better bring your mechanic skills over here and fix our hopper then.
Oh, it was just a slight clog. I think I got it already.
Oh, good.
If it does it to you, then we'll have to stop the conveyor and I'll take a look at it.
Did you run out of diesel?
No, it was just it had a clog in it. That's all.
Mm.
We need to move those conveyors. to the left because we're starting to build a
I can
peninsula
move.
there.
I can move.
No. It's more about there's kind of a finger of pay dirt sticking out that we could stand to push back a little bit.
So if you can back up, it might make it a bit nicer. Well, because we also need to make it wider too.
You need me out farther?
Yeah, underneath the bucket.
You're so demanding. Park here. Don't park there. Pull up here. Farther away. Closer. Take care,
don't use my
Galaxy.
bucket
Appreciate
because
you
I dig
being
it
here,
up.
man.
Thank you.
We appreciate you being here. Have a good one.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Ghost Pepper. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Selling off a little bit of coal in order to produce or push things.
Well, the reason why I say coal is we can't have big machines like this excavator in the coal because it's all underground.
It's not all underground, but a lot of it's underground. You're gonna just smash my truck in, or?
Sorry, sometimes the height on this is kind of.
Hey,
you get
maybe
confused.
maybe the old Volvo loader would be good for the coal.
Oh,
Put it in the
Maybe.
coal mine.
you mean that little thing that can barely lift its own weight,
Yes.
or that can't even lift its own weight?
Yes.
That thing needs a serious slab of steel welded onto the back of it.
But it does.
And a new suspension.
And that too.
Honestly, I think it would be cheaper to replace that than it would be to get it to do what we need it to do.
Probably.
Probably.
Maybe we just need a bunch of conveyor belts working the coal mine.
Alright, I'm moving the conveyors.
All right. Now, what do we got here? Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Very much appreciate that. Almost 35,000 liters of gold. I mean, we're,
Wow.
you know, from our pocketbook perspective, our bank account perspective, we're not doing well for cash, but cash we have plenty of, actually.
Think about how much we've already spent on everything.
Yeah, we could just sell off everything now and retire.
Just sell off the gold mine in its current work progress for a few million.
Yeah, right, Gary. 3D game and 2D monitors. I do hear
I
an
have
awful. Go ahead.
So I say I do have a VR headset. That would make a big difference.
I was about to say I've heard a lot of, well, not a lot, but several people asking if they're going to bring VR into 22.
I doubt it. I
Huh?
really do, because it's a lot harder to do.
I don't know. What
I
do you
mean-
guys think? Do you think FS needs VR?
Yes,
it'd
it
be
needs
cool.
VR.
I think it would definitely be cool, but I'm not saying it's something I just don't expect them to add.
I'm asking the general populace too.
Yeah, definitely. It'd definitely be cool. Definitely be cool, but because I know some games don't work with 3D VR, but this game would be pretty cool. I think in VR.
I mean, they've already got head tracking in 19,
They do.
so I don't think it would be that much harder for them to make it full-blown VR compatible. Or at least make it VR sync, which is like, you still have to have the keyboard and the mouse or the controller or whatnot, but it recognizes the VR headset.
Yeah, that's how I see. That's how most games do it.
I think that would get a lot more people to play in first person,
It would. I think it'd be really cool. Yeah.
but only if
Oh,
you have
yeah.
adjustable mirrors.
Oh, it'd have to be adjustable. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if modders can make them adjustable, I'm pretty sure Giants can figure that out.
It'd
VR with
definitely be cool though.
VR with Pam Anderson walkthrough tutorials. Hey Philly, how you doing, man? If there were Pam Anderson walkthrough tutorials, I would probably just pack it in and go find a new game. Ugh. Nothing
hitbox
about
on
Pam
these
Anderson
weapons.
that interests me. Scary. Oh, you got those moved quick.
Who, me?
I can fill Harv faster than I can belts can fill caveman.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Maybe we need. Okay, caveman, don't pull up to the conveyors when you're empty. I'm gonna get empty, and we're gonna have a race. The conveyors versus Sharko. Head tracking, interesting. So basically, however you turn your head is which direction your camera looks.
Yeah. There's a thing you can get, and it's like it goes on top of your screen. If like 3 screens or a wide thing, and you look at it, it'll kind of move your look towards that.
Yeah, it doesn't do full 360 with head tracking. It's just, like you said, for widescreen or multi-screen.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you could, if you had a full 360-degree display, you could make it work like that.
You probably could, but then you
But
need a lot more sensors than the base set, because it only comes with, I think, with like 3 sensors.
Don't load, caveman. Remember, Sharko
I'm not.
versus the conveyors.
I'm not. I'm just going and getting lined up.
He can talk the talk. We'll see if he can walk the walk.
If it's a tie, it means I load faster. If it's a tie.
Yeah, because I'm 40,000 liters. He's 30,000 liters.
Mm-hmm.
Borat.
You already got a full bucket, Sharko?
No, it's not full, but
Get a full bucket. These conveyors are fully loaded. You get a full bucket.
Yep, that's fair.
okay.
All right, guys. Anybody want to place their bets? Place your bets.
I'll
Sharko
just make
or
sure
the
he's lined up
conveyors?
first. And they'll move back. Yep, he is. Okay. 10 to go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Place your bets. Place your bets. Sharko versus the conveyors. Who's gonna win? Sharko's loaded 6,500 liters of pay dirt. He's bringing in his second bucket now. He's having trouble lining it up. He's pouring more on the ground than he is in the truck.
The hitbox.
10,000,
So annoying.
11,000. Well, that's actually kind of cool. It was 11,111 liters in my truck.
Oh, really?
I'm sitting at 14,000.
I went and dumped the thing all over the ground.
And we are going to be at 17,000. Uh-oh.
19,000.
He's ahead.
20,000. 21. 22. 23. 24.
24. We're dead even at 24.
25.
The conveyor's
26.
going to win. The conveyors are going to win.
28. 29. Full.
30,000. It was actually, liter for
Tie.
liter, it was kind of almost a tie. If he hadn't missed about 4,000 liters on the ground, it would have been a lot closer.
Yeah.
Hey, Mouse, how you doing? I saw you were streaming PUBG the other day, man. Had no idea you were a PUBG first-person shooter kind of guy. I didn't get a chance to go back and watch the video, though, I'm sorry to say.
We're tied for speed belts.
You said you were faster, Sharko. What
Uh-huh.
happened?
Well, I mean, I am faster. I'm not as accurate.
There you go, that's it. I'm faster than those conveyors. Technically, he is faster. I mean, liter for liter, he did load more quicker. Who knows what'll happen if we ever bring real mining equipment in here. Right now we're just playing with toys. This is the small stuff.
That is so true.
But the millions and millions of dollars it would take to get that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Quite yet.
Oh, I see, Mouse. Okay. I gotcha. No arguments there, Lifehawk. I've said many times, Sharko is the best loader operator that I've seen in the game. No sarcasm. He has a solid handle on the controls, whether it's loading this type of stuff or loading logs, anything like that.
Flying on a pallet.
Flying on a pallet, he can fly on a pallet like there's no tomorrow.
He even knows how to control the speed and the direction of flying on a pallet somehow.
Yeah, I know.
I do.
This is a man with no life.
If there's anybody else in chat right now that knows how to control the speed and direction of flying on a pallet,
And the height.
yeah, and the height of flying on a pallet, can you please let us know in chat?
All right, we're gonna load. I'm gonna check our gold price. Actually, is what I want to do. Now we're still sitting at 8.7, but pallet sales is on the climb.
Billy Gaming can do that as well, Sharko, so you're not alone.
Oh, cool. Well, I think we need to head back over because it's getting later in the day. We should probably start getting our fields worked a little bit.
Yeah, we should. This last load and then we'll head over. We need oil, or not oil, diesel. Otherwise we won't be able to mine.
Are you
What
running
needs
low on
diesel
fuel?
in it?
No, I just mean I'm actually full on fuel.
Oh, you mean in our... Yeah, okay. We need to get...
Wash plant.
Yep. But we're going to have to repair the harvester, apparently, so we won't be harvesting canola, but we can at least get our other two fields prepped and planted, or at least starting them.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
also I'll need this thing will need at least some repairs on the tracks. I think.
Oh, that makes sense, filling. Yeah, anything you can lift, you can fly. I haven't mastered the technique. I can keep going up and up and up, but I don't know how to like change direction or elevation or anything, which Sharko can do. Maybe when we get back over to the farm, we need to have you show them how you do that, Sharko. We've got some wood pallets over there that are easy to pick up.
Okay. I usually do it with logs.
Logs would be good. You can get small handheld logs.
They're the easiest.
Oh man, we're getting a lot of tailings piling up over there again. We probably moved, what, 1 million liters of pay dirt?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to drive the dump truck back over.
Oh my gosh. Not what I want to do. I want to do this. There we go. Oh.
I'm going to drive the dump truck back over. I'm going to grab the dog and the new plow and go take care of that cornfield.
Alright, and while you're doing that, we're going to make sure to bring the
Your fields need to get plowed.
A cornfield does.
Corn needs lime.
Does it?
Oh, sorry, no, that's fertilizer. My bad.
Oh, yeah, Sharko, straps, please. And can you try to back this into the trigger, please, and thank you. It's not going to pop up, but that should be good. Alright, that works. All right, ready to ride.
Let's go.
We'll unload that over there at the farm.
Where'd you park the dog?
The dog?
Oh, there it is. I found it.
I'll say it should be near one of the buildings.
Well, you can ride
Charco,
anything that you
can
pick up.
stay on the road.
You guys sound like an old married couple. Sharko, stay on the road.
I'm on the road. What is...
Oh, hey, 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 hey! At least you managed to land on your wheels that time.
Oh, I've landed on my wheels quite a bit. Just so many times I have not told you guys I flipped.
Okay, let's drop us over by the. Yeah, right here's good.
And we have so much going on around here. I can't keep track of it from one stream to the next. Did we have this plow last stream for you guys?
Yes. Oh, last stream for them.
Hey, welcome back, Henrik. We're kind of turning into a John Deere farm here. We got a little bit of John Deere everything. This is a plow cultivator combination. Oh, that's right. And we're gonna let them see Sharko fly. Don't let me forget
Oh
that.
yeah. I'll get a pallet ready. That's the chicken pallet. So this is realistic. Oh, we should grab a pallet.
That is one heck of a plow.
Witchcraft.
Oh, let me come over there so everybody can see.
Let's just make them over to you.
Oh, well, go ahead. I'm here.
He was flying over to you.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Mm-hmm. Go really fast. Whee! Slow down. Come down nice and slow.
It is witchcraft. I'm gonna start
Gonna
calling
go
you
forward.
Samantha.
Go up.
See, Gary, this is what you were doing that freaked you out and freaks all of us out whenever it happens to us. But Sharko has managed to somehow, mysteriously. Are you Doctor Strange in disguise?
Maybe. Come nice down for a nice touchdown.
Oh, thanks for saying so, Lifehawk. That's right. We do have Discord. That's awesome, Juicy. Yes, he's only missing a broom.
There is a mod for a broom.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. We should get the broom mod, and then you could fly for real. We could
It's
call
better on
you.
a flat pallet than it is this type of pallet, but
Come on, dog. I've got my whatchamacallit jacked up here.
White's at the thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You can fill the fertilizer out.
All right, we're gonna have to get that broom mod, just to see if Sharko can fly the broom. And then
Yeah.
we were literally gonna call him Harry Potter. You're a wizard, Sharko.
Shoot, I wasn't supposed to tell anyone.
You're going to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
This is a big fertilizer.
Yeah, that's a massive fertilizer spreader.
Fill her up. Oh, does anything need lime?
That
No,
that
we're
was
good
that
for
was your
lime.
job. You had one job, Sharko.
What?
Deciding what the fields needed.
Oh, I looked and they're good.
This thing does
But-
not like to turn around. It does not work and play well with its counterparts. It's not me. It's the thing.
Actually, our silo loads fast.
Hey, Skip Shifter, how's it going, man? How's that home sales? It sounds like you're still in a hotel, so not as quickly as you would like, apparently, huh? But I will say again, congratulations. That's a big step forward.
Nothing happened.
And we had to grow up really fast around here, like way faster than we planned. Which is why, a couple streams ago we had over $500,000 and now we're down to 44,000.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't quite have down the proper turning radius for this bit of kit, as our brethren from across the sea would say.
Yeah. Harv still needs a little bit of practice with that piece of equipment.
I actually think a regular tractor would work better. I think the dog turns so sharp that it pulls the equipment too fast.
It does.
Let the
Oh,
harvesters harvest the canola.
Rusty is asking if I've seen the 64 times map called West End. I have not, Rusty, but it's so big that Courseplay won't work with it. Not even in solo, apparently. I mean, they just jumped right over 32 times to 64.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, the 64 times map is like the size of like Italy.
If it's any consolation, Skip Shifter, I had to live in a hotel for 6 to 8 weeks. One was 6, the other was 8. The plumbing went broke in the house I was buying at the time with my ex. Enough said. Anyway, and flooded the whole house. And while it was being dried out and restored, we were in a hotel for that long. And yeah, not exactly fun.
Doesn't sound like it would be.
So I understand your frustration. Absolutely. And that's right, Sharko, you are still limited to 5 miles per hour.
Well, so that's the only speed I'm going, so.
I don't think you're not spreading anything yet, are you?
No,
Me?
he figured out how to
Oh,
harvest.
Oh, how'd you get the harvester running?
it's a little finicky.
Yeah.
You basically tap the button inside to lift it up and it still harvests. You just have to be iffy with it.
Well, it was with us, Skip. It was it was 2 adults and 2 very sizable cats sharing the same hotel room. And well, to be fair, we did have a 2 room suite, but still, I mean, we're talking about what, 400 square feet or something. Something ridiculous like that. See, I keep. It's my fault. I keep turning too sharp. I need to not turn the dog so quick.
I'm getting myself an apartment soon.
Congratulations.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Is the girlfriend invited?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Congratulations. We are playing this map because it is so massive on a normal economy. We debated whether to go hard economy or not and decided that the expense of this map and the size of it warranted just playing normal, so we'd have a little extra money coming in to be able to move on to other things.
If it was just the gold mining on this map only, then we probably would have just made it hard.
Right. Speaking of gold mining, I think
Power's just
I think we're
slow.
peaked, guys, at 18,735. Do we want to sell those 2 pans of gold?
Uh, Probably.
Go get him, caveman. We already
Power just
know
slow.
Sharko won't do it
Nope. Nope. I'm not
wisely.
even. I'm just not. Yeah. I want the money.
Let's
So
sell them
go.
off.
And where am I going to sell them?
Oh, the farthest place away that you can go, Port Royal.
Of course. All right.
You have to
I'll
take
go.
the ferry across.
Where's the ferry again? Down next to town?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
should
it's
be at
that
the port.
first that the dock that has the liquid oil. That first dock you come into, it's right before that. You know where we keep seeing that big truck parked down there?
Yes.
Right there where that truck is always sitting.
Okay. I don't know why he sits down there all the time.
I don't know why either.
I mean, he's not sleeping in his truck because there's no sleeper. So, I mean,
Maybe he's using his truck as a brothel.
I don't see that going very well, but okay.
Well, you know, he's got that sleeper. I mean, it would be a very tiny brothel, but still.
He doesn't have a sleeper.
Oh, he doesn't? I thought he did.
No, he's a day cab.
Never mind.
That's why I'm confused.
Clearly, I'm more confused than you are. Well, you know, they do still have window shades on those trucks, so. I said raise. And this is our small field, guys. This is the small one. Oops. Did we ever decide what we were planting in here? We've got loam, so it can be anything.
We
I
just know
think.
sunflowers is the best for silty sand.
Well, this is our third field. This is our not sunflower or canola field.
Well, one thing that I'm curious about is soybeans.
Done. I was just about to say we need to start doing some cash crops. I mean, we need to advance, bring more money in so that we can move on to other industries. I mean, we're not giving up the gold mining, no way, no how. I'm just saying it's going to take funding to move on to something new. So, cash crop, soybeans, done.
Apparently, the best thing about soybeans is they don't require any fertilization.
I'm curious what everybody else says. As far as cash crops go, what do you guys consider your best cash crops in FS19? I know what my fallbacks are, or what my go tos are, but what do you guys think? And it's, cost benefit analysis because, frankly, I think cotton is a great cash crop, but the amount of time, effort, and equipment cost don't make it quite as viable, I think, sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm on my way to go sell these 2 pallets of gold, or these 2 pans of gold.
Outstanding. Did you use the bin or did you?
I got the bin.
I just wondered. And I know I was going to ask everybody watching right now. We got a good crowd this week too. This is starting to pick up a little bit. Um, Thinking about pushing the Wednesday stream back 1 hour to 3 p.m. Would that work better for you guys, or is 2 o'clock working well and you just rather stick with that?
3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern. Just one
Well, we're
hour
approaching the
difference.
2 hour mark fast.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're an hour and a half. I'm just asking because it seems like a lot of times the stream on Tuesdays has picked up after 3, so maybe a little bit later.
If you
Um,
prefer to, still just let us know.
Sugar beets. I never considered sugar beets being a cash crop. Just
But
because, again, labor
it's a root crop.
intensive and expensive equipment.
Mm-hmm. It's like potatoes. Potatoes are a great cash crop, but they take forever. And I don't think we have the money to also buy the machines.
I don't know if we have the money to buy them either right now.
Well, right now we have no money to buy anything.
I'm getting a balance. A couple people have said 2 is great, and they would prefer to stick with that. I mean, unless I get an overwhelming majority of people saying 3, we'll stick with 2 just because everybody is used to that schedule now. I don't want to change it if it's not going to be beneficial to enough people. I don't want to hurt anybody by making a decision, so that's why we're asking.
It's just what we've come to realize. But if it's not, then
Yeah,
because it could easily be other reasons too that 3 was the option.
yeah,
Still, no, YouTube's not consistent.
yeah, Jonathan. I know what you're saying. The pull behind stuff for sugar beets, but man, the time and effort involved in sugar beets, I don't
Well,
know that they pay for themselves over time is the real concern I would have.
the pull behind beet harvester. It's actually 3 meters. The pull behind. Um, but it's 100,000. That's expensive.
A couple good reasonable suggestions. Juicy says throw up a. I could actually do a poll on YouTube.
That's what I was thinking. Do a poll on your YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And after you do that, come back to this video and put it in a comment and link it just so that people can have access to it if they're catching the stream afterwards or in the
Sure.
description one.
Yeah, because maybe today, this week, they're busy or something.
Yeah.
So you understand that everyone does have a life and they're not always available, so.
What is this thing you call life?
Something I don't have.
Apparently Prince did, however.
I love this new sensor we got for our crops.
Are you using it?
No, but how much work it's done for us.
Oh.
Yeah, it. Once you become a monetized channel, you have access to do polls and things like that.
Can I thought there was a way you could do polls, like and link them or something in YouTube too.
Yeah, but that takes people off the YouTube platform.
No, but I thought there was a way you could do it on YouTube, like a
Yeah,
YouTube
once you're
poll.
monetized.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
access to that now.
I thought there was a way like moderators could do that. I don't see a way to do it.
Oh, you mean in like in live stream chat?
Yeah, I thought there was a way to do that.
That's something with the streaming platform, like what
Mm,
he's using to stream.
I
Oh,
see.
well, one of these days we're going to do a test on Streamlabs and see how it performs. Streamlabs would probably allow for something like that.
It might.
We said soybeans. Do we have? No, we don't.
Is that a direct drill or no?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
I didn't remember if it was or not.
No, we don't own a direct drill.
Oh, that's soybeans. We don't need fertilizer for soybeans.
Probably juicy. And to be honest, I haven't dug that deep into OBS. I know just enough to be dangerous. Just enough to keep the stream running and have a few little extra things.
I don't think I'm actually curious. At least in the chart I was reading that soybeans don't need fertilizing.
Well, if they do, they will take it. If they don't, the spreader will not spread it, right?
Well, no, once you start planting, it'll say if the nitrogen level's good or not.
Yeah, when they start planting, we'll see if the nitrogen and the pH levels are good. If they're not, then we know we need to do something.
Oh no, I'm stuck on that diesel production.
None of the crops we're planting produce straw.
Yeah, we don't have any straw at the moment.
That guy.
And Andrew actually made a good point earlier, and I made a mental note of it. Alfalfa and clover. Remember how much money we made on clover on Island Life?
Yes.
That's the cash crop of a lifetime. That stuff is green gold, man. If we were on this map and it had clover, I'd say the hell with the gold mine. Let's move on to clover, and we'll retire.
Okay, it's interesting.
Unfortunately, that's not there.
I'm getting mixed results.
We probably haven't done enough of the field yet for it to sort
Yeah.
itself out. Although we had that weird harvest patch in the middle. Did you see that?
I saw that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything was prepared, the same type of soil. It had the same lime, the same fertilization, the same planting, and for some reason we got crappy results in that one spot.
So it does look like hold I wonder if it's flashing between the fields, but in some spots it says, depending on the way I'm looking, it says it's perfect. Other spots say it's bad. And I don't know if that's what that entails too. So I just don't think we have enough planted.
That's the Hoffa patch. We had we had extra fertilizer there because Jimmy's down there. Or no, we had less fertilizer down there because Jimmy's down there soaking it up.
Good day, guys. I didn't realize it took this long to get down here on the gator.
That's a long bloody haul down there, man.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you leave the tractor? Oh, it's over there.
Did you finally give up on harvesting the canola? Too big a struggle?
I may have broke it.
It was already broken. I'm impressed that you got it to run to begin with.
It stopped harvesting at a point, so...
Hey, that reminds me of a song, actually. Anybody ever remember seeing like a grade school song that went way down yonder in the pawpaw patch?
Nope, I don't remember that one.
I mean, we're talking the early 1970s here. So, anyway, it could be way down yonder in the Hoffa patch.
Can't even get this tractor to move.
Good. You're
Oh,
not
there it
allowed
goes, I
to
got
drive
moved.
over 5 miles an hour anyway.
Oh. Well, I don't use miles, so I don't know what that is.
You're not allowed to drive over 5 kilometers an hour anyway.
Oh. Well, I'm going 10.
See, you blew it. You should have stuck with the miles.
I'm running 13 kilometers an hour.
Well, here's an even better one. Does anybody even know what a pawpaw is? It might just be a Midwestern thing, actually.
I don't know.
I can't say I know what it is.
There we go. Skip Shifter knows. It is a type of fruit.
Oh.
It's P-A-W-P-A-W. Paw. I have never had one, but I know you can get them in the Midwest. You still can get them in the Midwest.
I found something out the other day. That
What's
the
that?
fruit, a kiwi, like the fruit, it's not its actual name.
What is its actual name then, Sharko?
I don't remember the actual name. I'll need to look it up. But the reason why it's like Kleenex. It's like a company that did it, and they called it a kiwi. So everyone just called them kiwis. It's kind of just stuck to it like that. Like, it's not a Kleenex, it's actually a tissue.
It's a kiwi because it was originally first grown in New Zealand. Brought over from China, I believe.
Mm. Yeah, I just know that there is an actual name to it.
Well, I mean, technically, if you want to get down to brass tacks, an apple's not really an apple. It's got some genus type scientific name, which is what it really technically is. We just call it an apple.
No, but a kiwi has like a name, like it's an actual name, not a scientific name.
Snozberries? Who ever heard of a snozberry? That's the best Veruca Salt impression that I can muster. Oh, did the Bare Necessities quote Pawpaws? I don't remember that.
Necessities.
Oh, see, now Skip Shifter, he's given me the kind of the kind of information I'm always looking for. Anything that's unusual, factoid type stuff. I love hearing about that. That's how big a dork I am. Appalachian history and pawpaws.
Oh, it's Appalachian.
Appalachian. Depending on what part of the country you're from, it's either Appalachian or Appalachian.
I've always heard of Appalachian.
I've heard neither.
Are you asking why didn't we make the fields rectangular, Gary? Originally, our original fields were laid in to get them in as quick as possible. We did them with trees in the way, so we were trying to use as much land as we could before we took the trees out, and then sometimes rectangular fields get a little bit boring. So, and we've just this field also was put in before some trees were cut, so we weren't terribly worried about rectangular fields.
All right, I'm at Royal Port Sales.
Woohoo! Let's see what we got. Gold sale incoming.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say 400,000. Oh, there's 187,359. That's one pan of gold. And another one, so 360, 374, 375, 375,000 worth of gold right there.
Wow.
Outstanding, absolutely outstanding.
Now we can buy that excavator.
Did y'all want me to drop off the other one to the investors, or are we gonna do that later?
Might as well go ahead and get it shipped off to them, and we can tell them so long, farewell. Nice to see ya.
Well, I mean, I guess they still own the biodiesel plant, don't they?
No,
They don't own it. We own it.
Okay, as part of that was part of the IC.
That was
yeah,
part
that
of
was
the
that was
deal.
part of their investment in us.
I didn't really care too much about the investment, so I didn't really pay attention. Other than the fact that they gave us money for mining.
There are irrigation mods, Gary. A couple of them out there. I've even seen. We were talking earlier in Discord about central pivots. There is one map that I've seen central pivots installed. They don't do anything as far as water goes. On Pineapple Bay, there's a couple of those round fields we were talking about, and they both have central pivots in them. Interesting thing about them, if you own the fields, you can fill those pivots with either herbicide or fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, and fertilize those fields that way. So that's kind of interesting, although I never tried it out, so I don't exactly know how well it works, but there are some irrigation. I know there's at least one irrigation mod specifically for sure, but since crops in the game don't take water,
You know, that's one thing I'm surprised that excuse me, precision farming didn't add was water.
actually that's one thing I'm surprised Seasons didn't add, since they
That
added
too.
crop moisture and they've added soil moisture.
It's very true.
You know, your crops can fail if it doesn't rain and your soil gets too dry. Well, why can't I not irrigate, or why can't I not irrigate and get my soil moisture up so my crops don't fail?
It is true.
Right? That would make so much sense.
I think we are all very intrigued to find out what they're going to do with FS22. I know they always try to step up their game. Whether they succeed or not, That's another story, but I know they're always trying.
Well, they made 19 big, I'd say pretty big compared to the last ones they had, like compared to 17.
And I mean,
Like 19's big, so
to add realism, they added birds.
true. Fox doesn't like the birds, but
That's why I mentioned it specifically.
oh, they need to add more birds, more useless birds.
Actually, the birds wouldn't be. I mean, I kind of understand his point in some regard. At the same time, I don't even notice them anymore.
I
You
just
know,
yeah.
but they're. I think they're here to stay. What we need is, when you start harvesting a cornfield, you see deer go bounding out of that cornfield.
I've
That would be
I've
amazing.
never seen deer coming out of a cornfield.
Hey, Mullet Media, that's an excellent point too. As much as the modders have been capable of doing with FS17 and FS19, now that they have an upgraded engine, it sounds like they're going to be able to get even more deeply into what they're able to create.
Well, so the new engine allows multi-threading, so mods can be way more complex and still be able to form smoothly.
And you just lost all of us. No, just be
You
this
can get you
fun.
can get way more performance out of a computer.
The game engine itself is more optimized to use
Yes.
more of your computer's components so
Yes.
that it performs better and operates smoother,
Right.
which should
And
in turn lead to more detail and better frame rate.
yeah, and that also benefits old console players too. Last gen console players.
I don't know. I think we can speculate all day and anticipate all we want, but until it comes, they ain't.
One thing,
And that's the thing. That's the real frustrating part is they're being so tight-lipped about it all.
there are usually like when they release 19 quite early, and you could buy it on Steam and you could pre-order it, but they haven't done it with 22 yet.
Well,
It's
it's
not even on
still, to
Steam.
be fair, it's, I mean, still over 6 months away. I'll bet you start seeing pre-orders when you get to about August.
Maybe, yeah.
I
I
I'm
hope
think,
waiting to
so.
see it pop up in Steam.
I
I'm going to
think,
buy it.
I think you're going to see. They say quarter 4. That can be October, November, or December.
Hmm.
You're not going to see it before December
I doubt it. Yeah, I'm with you on
because
that part.
they are going to push the Christmas sale.
Or it might be like mid-November, late November.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, if they're smart, they'd push it out sometime in November. That way they get some initial sales right before Christmas. And then the people that didn't get it would be buying it on the Christmas sale. That way they get a double hop right there together of influx and purchases.
Hmm.
Hey,
Well,
Sharko,
also,
can you switch me tractors?
sure.
And you
Where are
could
you?
be, you could be using the big cultivator.
Oh yeah, I forgot you finished that, didn't you?
Yep.
Where'd you park your tractor?
What are you
Back.
cultivating?
He's still working on this field that you,
Oh, the one that I started on?
yeah. Brush burning would actually be pretty interesting.
That'd be
It makes a
cool,
lot of
yeah.
sense.
That would be pretty cool.
Doesn't happen much up here, but definitely cool though.
The ability to set a field on fire.
Hmm. I know that
Oh
happens a
yeah,
lot in the States.
burning stubble.
Hmm.
Yes.
Now some trees actually need fires to grow.
I know the guy not too far from here, every couple of years, he sets the pine tags under the pine trees he's got on fire. instead of like going out and cleaning them up every year, every couple of years. He just lights it on fire,
Hmm.
and then he'll be out there, keeping the trees from catching fire, but still burning all the stuff around them.
Yeah.
And they're like the year after, like when they first start coming back outright, they look a little funny, but then the year after that, they look amazing.
You can actually detach that cultivator and not use the plow, Sharko, and just run the cultivator. Up to
I don't.
you, but I
I was
think
gonna
it
say, I
would
don't
be
think it'd be any
faster.
faster.
Well,
Think?
I think it is faster, actually.
A little bit.
Okay, I'll do that then.
That is one heck of a John Deere combination, guys. What do you think? I think it looks pretty darn good. That big spreader? Wow.
Oh, are you gonna go and sterilize the
I'm going to see if it'll take anything. I mean, it's orange in the nitrogen right now. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but
It says 0. It does actually say 0 in some spots.
Did you run your little scanner over it to check it?
oh, nope. I guess I should be doing that. It's not taking a bloody thing, though. Like nothing. Let me go grab the scanner. I forgot to do that.
Well, yeah, I forgot the tractor can actually equip the scanner in the front.
Mm-hmm. That's
It
why
is
we bought that one.
it is slightly faster.
That was the biggest reason we bought that one. It had a 3-point hitch in the front.
I can tell you this farm is becoming dangerously close to being the first John Deere farm I've ever had.
And Hunter's not even in this stream to enjoy that.
Nope.
No, and in fact, Hunter sent or posted on the last stream, pretty much begging to change the stream to 4 o'clock, and that is not why I thought about doing it. He's like, please change the stream to 4 o'clock. I'm in school. In fact, he's probably going to pop in here any minute.
And it's 4 o'clock now.
Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up here in the next few minutes or so.
You can always just watch the like the video afterwards.
He can, but it's not always
It
the
is
same.
different.
People like to participate, and he's a very young man, so he gets a kick out of being part of it all, which I
True.
respect and understand. There we go. Now I've got my sensor.
Yeah, that sensor was totally worth worth it. We don't have to pay each time we want to scan the field.
So mullet media, you talking about like carbon emission type taxes, that kind of thing. Reduce your, you have to pay to reduce your carbon footprint to farm. That'd be really tough on the guys who like to do cattle.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yes.
I mean, Canada does actually have a carbon tax, but farmers don't actually have to pay it. Every other company does though.
So this is our scanner, guys, and this will scan our field and tell us what it needs when we need it, kind of thing. And
I had the thing pop up on the map, the mini map.
If you're within range, it does it sometimes, even if you're not in range.
I'm not even on land we own.
Oh.
I'm all the way next to the river, and it popped up.
I agree with that, Juicy. I think having a bankruptcy type option.
That'd be cool.
I think our data on this field is still good, guys. It's updating, but it's not giving me anything but orange.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be like it, yeah. Well,
Okay.
orange, it doesn't mean it's bad, it just means that's the level, like, the amount of it in the ground.
Right. But you were saying specifically that we don't have to really put much on soybeans, so...
On the list, soybean says 0. In certain parts of the field, if you walk over it, it does say it requires 0. But it being over fertilized doesn't affect it. It looks like.
So soybeans effectively don't need any type of nitrogen, and if there's too much, they just ignore it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Unless on every crop, like on every soil type.
Well, that's a good point, Mullet Media, but at the same time, old equipment, when those types of laws and regulations go into effect, they usually take into consideration older equipment and they get grandfathered in, so they're
Mm-hmm.
not subject to the limitations.
Yes.
That would place an awfully heavy burden on farmers.
Whatever.
Yeah, and I don't know if Giants would be
I don't
willing
see.
to put
Yeah.
that kind of time in to make it that realistic.
I don't
If
see them
they
putting
did
Giants.
it, they'd probably just add it in general and everything counts towards it, which would
I
mean people that like playing with older equipment like me would have a really hard time.
which I don't think Giants would do it. It just doesn't seem. It doesn't make sense.
Well, to be fair, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea. I actually think, and because Giants is a European company, I can definitely see them going this direction. I think that adding more options for various play styles makes a lot of sense. For example, we don't really have any kind of tools for organic farming. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I can take it or leave it. I'll throw in organic farming if it will help a role play situation on one of my series, but I don't need it to enjoy the game.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is, there are plenty of people who do and would love to have some kind of organic farming options to take place. So, with that said, they should definitely have those options. But people shouldn't be forced to play a particular way just because a few players want an option. I think all of these types of things need to be something that can be turned off or on in your options menus. You know, if you want to run an organic farm, turn on organic only.
One thing I'm coming. I think which was going to happen is I think crop growth is going to be different too in the new game.
Well, they're already adding seasons, which
Well,
could change
yeah,
that significantly
that's what I
anyway.
mean. I think they're adding years into the game. Meaning like there will be like there'll always be seasons. Just seasons won't be turned on.
An example of something related to organic farming, you cannot use certain types of lime in organic farming if it's not pure powdered limestone. If it's been burnt or cooked, I can't remember what it's called, but
Quicklime.
yeah, quicklime. If it's a type of quicklime, you cannot use that on an organic farm. Many chemical herbicides, pesticides, and fertilizers are prohibited on organic farms. If you choose to use byproducts from animals to fertilize, like manure or slurry, your animals have to be organic animals. Otherwise, that's still introducing chemicals into the soil. So, those are all types of things that could be taken into consideration if you want to run an organic farm.
Hmm.
And I know Europe, I mean, the United States is really making a push that way too, but I know Europe, um, Italy, many countries really pride themselves on organic farming and pushing toward more organics. No GMOs, that would be considered inorganic. So, you know, if they want to turn that into an option, an optional play, I honestly think it should be added, but I don't think it should be forced on everybody.
One thing I find weird is in Canada, organic is actually considered like a kind of a bad thing. Like unless you grow it yourself, it's considered fake organic. Because what they have to do up here is they have to put a bunch of other chemical, not chemicals, but other things onto the crops to make it so, and like insects or and all that aren't on it. So it turns out it's actually worse for you than it would be if it wasn't organic. That might be though, like due to the way our organic is, but I do know that's a thing.
Early organic crops, yeah, I mean, you can't put any kind of.
It's not a chemical, but they have to do so much to it that it's actually like less healthy for you.
Well, yeah, that may be true, but also true organics use no GMOs.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into true organic farming.
Right.
That is definitely true. And you can like do it yourself, easily do it yourself, and it be true organic. So
And there's Hunter. We were just talking about you, bud. talking about you because we knew you were going to be showing up and we knew we were going to be shutting down. So sorry, my man. I know, and I appreciate you coming in, bud. I do. But that's the 2-hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. We actually went a little bit long, but we're having a good conversation. Very good conversation about FS22 and what we might or might not like to see. Oh, fine. Lifehawk, I will show him. This will be a little bit of a teaser just for you. We've been picking up a lot of John Deere equipment. Yeah, I know you got school, bud. But we picked up 2 new pieces of John Deere today. This tractor that I've got
3.
right here. Oh, 3. That's right, 3. We got this fertilizer spreader over here. Because everybody at this point knows how much you love John Deere, Hunter. Everybody. Look at that beast of a John Deere fertilizer spreader. Yes, it's got the logo on the back, see? Yes, I do know my first subscriber. It was a close friend of mine, actually. I don't know my first.
You?
I don't know my first random subscriber. Actually, technically, the first one would have been me, but that's not what he meant. And we got this auger trailer, this John Deere 650. 3 pieces of John Deere. I was just telling everybody that we're in danger of becoming a John Deere farm here. Not intentionally, it's just what we can get our hands on. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for our time on Yukon Valley. As always, we very much appreciate you guys coming along with us. If you enjoyed the stream, please remember to hit that like button. It really does help. As always, we very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.